Good evening, my fellow affected psychopaths. Today, I'll be injecting you with the insanity that is my voice. Let's get started. Oh, hello, fellow infected psychopaths. Didn't see you there. In our last episode, we talked about the art of swallowing one's pride in order to get things done. Yes, that was such a good episode. But in this episode, we'll be talking about an age-old saying. Psychopaths love machine guns.
Actually, that's not a saying. Stop trying to be an edgelord. Gosh, so cringe.
Shut up, nerd, it is a saying. It was a saying said by my father's father's mother's sister, mother's father. Unga bunga, unga.
Bungas unga banga.
This, my dear psychopath, is the long-awaited assault rifle that I like to call the Ripley. Due to the fact that it resembles a pulse rifle from the Alien franchise, it's only fitting that I name it after one of the beloved characters. The assault rifle is fully automatic, mostly because psychopaths love machine guns.
That's not an actual thing.
You know, there's another saying too. It's called psychopaths love killing nerds who annoy them.
That's not.
See? Told you the saying was true. The assault rifle mechanism is actually pretty simple. It uses the same type of mechanisms that's been in my other fully automatic Lego guns, such as the SMG and the previous assault rifle. Make sure to check those out, by the way. Essentially, there are two motors within the gun. There's the flywheels and the motor that actually controls kind of the projectile pusher or firing pin. Let's start with the flywheels. Flywheels are basically two motors that turn in one direction. When projectile gets pushed towards the flywheels actually fling the projectile outward. The guns have two triggers, one for flywheels and one for the projectile pusher. This is to give it more control of your firing. The motor that controls the firing pin or Lego gun projectile pusher, I guess as you can call it, is controlled by a motor. This motor has a special Lego Technic gear that I modified. It's basically a normal gear that's been smoothed down on one side. The projectile pusher has a rubber band attached to it. The purpose of the rubber band is to force the projectile pusher back, due to the gear being turned on the smooth side. There's also a little piece of the gun that kind of stabilizes the projectile so it shoots straight rather than upwards. Old methods were also used, such as the use of thin copper tape. Copper tape is a very useful tool, considering I could just put copper tape on the inside of the gun. This method is a lot better than having to figure out how to snake the wire around the trigger and the magazine to the other motors.
distance is 18 feet or 5.4864 meters.
Hey fellow affected psychopaths, quick question. How many shots would it take to kill 3 Steves? Let's find out! So to answer the age-old question, how many shots would it take to kill 3 Steves? Who the hell cares? We got a machine gun!
Like the same. Pull my thoughts down the drain. Cold-hearted isolation. Let me in right now. I can't take it. Overblown, new high. Cut the fuse before I say goodbye. Why don't you drop? Why don't you drop me?
And that's all the time we have today for this class of arsenals. Tune in for my next project where I show you a breech-loaded shotgun that I've been working on. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also hit or shoot the notification bell. Also be sure to comment, I want to see what you guys think of the video. Until next time, see you later, you psychopaths.
Watch, flip it, you're great.